Hi everyone, it's Diane. I'm back to do some more work on the Victorian journals. I'm going to put some images on these shapes that I cut out with my Big Shot. And these images were just on Pinterest. So I fussy cut them out. I used my Big Shot to cut these shapes out of lavender cardstock. I'm just inking around the edges, and then these will be tuck spots. So what I think I'll do is I'll glue one down as a tuck spot, and then I'll glue the lady image on top of it because she's going to extend off of it a bit. So I can glue her right to the page. So I just have to make sure that I don't put this right down to the bottom. I could trim her off, but I kind of like it the way it looks with her coming off of that shape. And then I'm going to add this sprig of green leaves here, just for some added interest. I'll use my glue stick for that. I just cut the leaves out of, it's a patterned paper, just a patterned paper, scrapbook paper, but it's all green. But you can see different colors. I like that one. It has more variegated color in it. And there will be a card tucked in there. There's another lady. I got some Victorian calling cards from Tailor-Made Journals. I'll link her below. And you get a lot. I've had them for a while. I just hadn't used them yet, but this was a perfect time to use them. But these are Victorian calling cards. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I was thinking it was 10 pages. That's a lot of calling cards, and it wasn't that much money. I don't remember how much because it's been a while since I purchased it, but you can do a lot with them. So that's one of these. It's one of the larger ones. one. Now for this one, I'll use her. It's quite pretty. That one didn't cut out very well. Now I've got the leaves all tangled up here. There we go. Might not want the leaves on her. She just takes up so much of the space. We'll just leave her there. Give her a butterfly, or I was looking for some flowers. Sorry for my arm being in the way. This is what I'm looking for, some flowers that are already cut out. Yeah, I can add those. That one's pretty. These cards are from where I got the Victorian parlor kit from, which I mentioned yesterday, and I forgot already. Okay, so on the back, I want to put glassine bags with some tags, and I have that partly prepped. You know what I forgot to do? I was going to put music paper behind them. Oh well. So all I want to do, I just want to glue the bag down and then add a lady. Lost my little scissors that I was just using. Here they are. I didn't have her cut out because I didn't know I was going to use her. Again, these ladies are from Pinterest. I think if you look for Victorian paper dolls, you'll see things like that. Because some people cut them out and make dolls out of them. They create legs for them, like for mixed media or art journaling. So I got a whole bunch of these kind of Victorian images. I'm not going to make that a tuck spot. I'm just going to glue it down. And I used my tape runner. Good thing about the glassine bags is you can still see the pretty design. Well, no you can't, because I'm going to cover it up with her anyway. Scratch that idea. I'm going to use the Fabri-Tac just to make sure that she sticks to the glassine. I can stick her right on the bag. She fits right on there without hanging off. I don't remember which one of these is my mother's. Whichever one has the most purple in it will be my mother's. The one that I have pretty much done is more pink, so that one's not hers. I'm going to decorate the tags to go in these bags using some of those Victorian calling cards. Oops. I'll show you the one that I did for the other journal. It has this lady on the bag. And 2 calling cards. I just put them on at an angle and then trimmed off the stuff hanging over and then clipped on a little heart onto the seam binding. I know I have those words in there somewhere. So I just have to select some calling cards that I want to use. Got some in here. I want to use this one for my mom's. I have these playing cards too that I want to stick in the journal somewhere. They're perfect. I just have to make sure I put them in there. Do I have any other calling cards cut out? That's a pretty one too, but it might be a little too big. Okay. Let's look at my sheets of calling cards. That one's got some pretty purple pansies on it. I love pansies. What I did was I laid them on there the way I wanted them. Oh. Put a little tape behind them. To hold them in place. I'm still using my old ATG till that roll of tape runs out, and then I'll switch to my new one. My new one's already loaded and ready. And I'll trim off those pieces that stick over, and then I'm going to stitch around it. But I won't do that on camera because I'm not at my machine. So I stitched around the cards, you can see that back there, and then I just stitched around this rectangle part. I didn't stitch around that curvy part. And you can still write in between the stitching there. So that one's ready to be stitched, and I have these. Are these the ones I used? I don't think so. I pulled them out. Oh, here, they're right here in front of my face. These are plain reinforcements, and I rubbed some color on them, very pale color, and then stamped them with like a collage type of stamp. I think they look really nice on these. Just color the whole sheet and then stamp over the whole sheet. You can use script, stamps, whatever you want to use to stamp over them. Or don't, you can just color them, and I have some already done in various colors, ready to be used. Those are Tim Holtz ones, but those orange, got more to be done. Oh, there's pink ones right there. I could have used those. I have a dark green ones that I just saw that don't have any stamping on them, just a dark green color. I'm trying to remember how I got that such a saturated color. I don't know. Don't remember, because that's not from brushing it with a, you know, distressing tool. I don't think. Alright, so let's pick out a couple for this. Oh, look at that with the kitten in the basket. I like this one. She's holding a rose in her hand. I think we should still use calling cards, don't you? Not that we ever go calling on people anymore. I like that one. And I might just cut some of these out and tuck them in some of the pockets if I have pockets small enough. I don't know if I made any tiny pockets this time. I have to go through and look and see what I did. So these are pretty basic, but they're quite pretty. I got some pink, but I don't think I have purple seam binding, so I'll have to use white. And here comes Adam. I'm making a video.
Nice.
But you can say hi.
Hi.
Adam's in the room, people. Did you finish your book report?
Yes, because I am a good, responsible teenager.
You're not a teenager yet.
Darn.
He's going to be 13 in a month. He's been saying he's a teenager for a year. But he's getting there.
Getting there quick.
Yep, you are getting there quick. So I will have to stitch around them later. I'm gonna put white in there, I think. Are you ready to go for a walk, Adam? And
yeah.
Then we can have our cookie dough.
Why do you have to make me wait so long for my cookie dough?
Because I need to teach you patience.
I know. But still, I want my cookie dough.
I know. Just think, you'll have that to look forward to when you come home from the walk.
Okay.
I'm almost done with this video and we'll go for a walk. Did you go and touch the cookie dough to see if it was thawed out?
No.
I'm not giving you permission to go do that. I just thought maybe you did it.
No, I didn't.
I make chocolate chip cookie dough, but I can't eat the whole batch of cookies by myself, so I freeze it in cookie dough balls, and then when I want some cookies, I just take a few out and bake them. But my grandkids like it when I thaw the cookie dough and let them eat the cookie dough without baking them. So that's what we're having for dessert today. I'll probably bake mine though.
I did a book report on The Maze Runner.
Yep. Did you like that book?
It was depressing.
Yes, he found that book depressing.
I had to make a whole bunch of jokes in there.
You did? Can I
Yeah.
read your book report?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll read it to you.
Okay, that sounds good. You can read it to me while we eat our cookie dough.
Okay.
Well, what's the next thing to do? I'm not going to do it. I just want to see what's next. Because Adam and I have a walk to take.
For exercise.
Okay, so I'm going to put pockets on these. Yes, for exercise. There's the yellow butterfly that I've been looking for. So I have these pockets that were part of the digital journal kit. So I'm going to stick them on the bottoms of these pages and put some little cards in them. So that's pretty basic. I just glued a little heart lace heart in there. I put a paper clip on these to hold them in place because they slide around in there. And then I have some stamping to do. Okay, so then the next video will be coloring more of these doilies. That's not the lens of the camera.
I know, I just think it's weird to see what the camera's seeing. And it looks like my part of my hand is invisible.
All right, we're going to go for a walk. Say bye, Adam.
Bye.
Bye. We'll be back.